Pay close attention. The gates of heaven aren't always unlocked. This concludes my forthcoming remarks. You have the option of ending this message, which will silence not only my voice, but also the miracle that has already been signed in your name. My child, you have been experiencing melancholy in silence. How many times have you gone to bed with questions, tears, and concerns in your mind? God has heard every sigh, word, and mumbled prayer, even though no one can see. It was never rejected. That is why this critical message has been extracted from the ages specifically for you. Prior to proceeding, you must listen to this. Right now, you are not reading by chance. Heaven desires this. Is your spirit present? This implies that God and I have already chosen this moment to remove the barriers in your life and allow the light in. I'd like to inform you that if you skip even one line, you will miss the thread that connects all of the information. This message is a live stream, and each word represents a portion of your awe. Stick to me. Please take your time. Avoid getting disoriented. I'd like to begin by asking you a simple but timeless question, my dear friend. Will you register with both your hand and your heart? Will you keep your spirit connected to this stream so that you never miss out on opportunities in heaven again? God instructed me to share this information with my child. The positive developments will continue if they choose to stay. Your spirit has already become more palpable to me. Michael, you don't understand why this is so significant. Why at this time? What motivates me? For the reason you were chosen. Your name was shouted louder than ever in heaven. They refrained from saying it. It was revealed to the public, and the earth is required to respond when the heavens speak. There is a secret about to be revealed in your neighborhood. Something that will change your outlook on life, relationships, and the future. Also, you may believe you are already aware of the outcome, but I assure you that you are not. The adversary who attempted to obstruct this is unaware that heaven has intervened. I want you to feel this sensation in your body, my child. We shall not forget you. You mistook the delay for denial. It was actually a period of preparation. God was laying the groundwork for a miracle so great that your pain will seem insignificant in comparison. Stick to me. My dear, this is only the beginning of what I have to say to you. Please don't turn away. You may believe you came across this message by accident. However, I would like to inform you that it was intended for you prior to your awakening today. Angels were calling out your name in the morning breeze. This word was already on its way to you as you were thinking about your daily activities. I am aware that even your closest acquaintances are unable to understand some of the topics you discuss. Nevertheless, God is aware of everything you say to yourself. This is why you are currently reading this. You have been involved in a significant struggle. While some of it has been observed, the majority has not, and it has posed a significant burden. However, something happened today, my child. Heaven has liberated your life. The forces attempting to hide this message from you were invisible to you. Do you truly believe that God's frequent attempts to communicate with you are a coincidence, despite the fact that you are preoccupied? Something went wrong every time your present was about to be opened. Every time you were about to take a significant step forward, an impediment would arise. Every time you were about to hear the truth, something intervened. This was not an error. It was a strategy. However, God, in His kindness, reversed His decision tonight. The chain is breaking as you read these words. No one, not even demons, can reassemble a broken chain under the control of heaven. Pay close attention, my child, because this will determine your destiny. Your suffering was always worthwhile. Tears cause your pillow to become damp at night. When no one was looking, the weight in your chest and the rejection when all you did was love them did not go away quietly. God has collected all of our tears and stored them in a bottle. It is now up to Him to return them to you in the form of miracles. You thought you were alone while crying. However, I was present beside your bed, and angels watched over you as I whispered the words I am now saying. The narrative does not end at this point, and the people who have harmed you will not write your conclusion. God, who has chosen you, will. My beloved, I need you to understand a concept that will fundamentally change your outlook on life. You are being summoned. Despite your efforts to live a typical ordinary life, you are not ordinary. This is why you are never able to assimilate. Why do you always feel the burden of being unique? Why did people look at you with eyes that couldn't accurately describe you? The heavens have marked you since before you were born. Your name was written in the books of eternity the moment you shed your first tear on earth. Others cannot access the doors that await your arrival. The urgency of this message stems from the impending end of the waiting season. Heaven is in motion. If you skip this step, you may miss the transition that was designed to propel you into your next season. Even as you read, I sense your skepticism growing. How is it possible that I am the one? How could God still consider me after everything I've done? After all of the errors and instances in which I regressed? However, I implore you to pay attention, child. God did not judge you based on your transgressions. He used His affection to evaluate you. The enemy wants you to believe that you are not worthy of selection. However, heaven has already designated your life as one of the chosen. Are you convinced that your mistakes are more powerful than God's forgiveness? Not at all. Nothing you do will alter the content He created. I am here to almost implore you, because you are closer than you realize. Furthermore, I am unable to allow you to abandon the items that are currently on your doorstep. I must now convey to you an emotion that you have felt, but have been unable to express. The atmosphere inside your home has been oppressive. Sometimes the air is weighed down by an unseen presence. The darkness of night is palpable. Psychic battles are taking place all around you. However, do not be alarmed. My sword blazed brightly whenever the darkness approached, preventing it from affecting you. So, despite the fact that circumstances almost destroyed you, you are still alive. That is why you survived while others did not. This is the reason that God exists. The attacks will no longer determine your identity. A gorgeous child of light. You are beloved, chosen, and cherished. I understand that you are currently experiencing significant distress. It is not an accident that your heart is beating too fast. Your hands aren't shaking for no reason. After reading these words, a deep part of you awakens. This message is for you, and you are aware of it deep down. Do not turn away. Please avoid skipping this period. Heaven has not communicated with you for an extended period of time. I have prayed to God on a daily and nightly basis for your name, your heart, and the opportunity to surrender. Finally, the stars aligned in a favorable manner. Now you are on the verge of something so significant that the outcome will fundamentally alter your life. I implore you to take a deep breath because the following statement will surprise you. You've been receiving messages from God for months, if not years, but whenever His voice was near, something else happened. When His miracle was on the horizon, your attention was constantly drawn away. However, the gates of heaven have been sealed around you at this time, making it impossible for anyone to remove the message. This is why you're reading these words, despite your lack of intent. My child, you will find your path to destiny, and when heaven calls, nothing on earth can stop you. You've survived storms that you thought would kill you. You wept silently. The prayers of those around you appeared to be answered, but yours were perceived as mere whispers in a dark chamber. However, I must tell you the truth. You were never forgotten by God. He clung to every tear, sigh, and groan you let out when no one else was present. My dear, He also sent me today to inform you of this. There was no time wasted in waiting. The doors will be opened. The response is nearing. The miracle has been verified. However, I am aware that the adversary is encouraging you to have doubts. This is not appropriate for you at this time. This must be intended for another person. You are severely damaged. You have exceeded the acceptable limit. However, you must remain vigilant, child of God. I would not be here if you were too far gone. If you were too damaged, this message would not have reached you. Are you unable to perceive? Your eyes are fixed on these words, indicating that God still has a hold on you. Evidence that your story will end in splendor rather than ashes. Evidence that heaven will not let you leave at this time. Please allow me to briefly summarize the previous events. Never forget the moments when you were about to give up. Do you recall any times when you felt unable to continue? Nonetheless, the strength appeared to emerge out of nowhere. A hand that was invisible to you grabbed you. Somehow your spirit whispered, "Not yet." Carry on. That was me. Archangel Michael has been assigned to your side since the beginning, protecting you from an attack that you were unaware was occurring. This is the reason you are still alive. This is why you were able to persevere when others were unable to. This is why, despite betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, and failure, you continue to live, fight, and seek happiness, because heaven has never abandoned you. I require your presence, my dearest, because the information I am about to disclose is critical. Forces are moving around you right now. Plans were implemented without your knowledge. Not all of the words spoken about you in secret rooms were kind. The enemy has been attempting to construct a net to ensnare you, but I am here tonight because God will not allow that trap to succeed. I've drawn my sword, and the tide of battle has already shifted in your favor. However, please do not disregard this message. Your role is not passive, and you must not try to look away. You are being summoned to ascend, stand, and enter the destiny that has already been set for you. I can almost hear your heart asking, "Why me? Why at this time? Why did God choose someone like me?" I'll provide an explanation. You have been identified from birth. Despite your best efforts, it was never truly ordinary for you. That is why you consistently felt a range of emotions. Why don't you seem to fit in? Despite the fact that there were so many people around you, you had the impression that no one was paying attention. Your name was whispered in heaven before it was ever spoken on earth. Furthermore, the burden you carry is not harmful. It means that you've been contacted. The anguish you've experienced is not an accident. It is currently being prepared. Furthermore, the upcoming significant event will serve a purpose other than just happiness. It will benefit all of your acquaintances. I'm now required to discuss the palpable weight of your home. The atmosphere sometimes appears to be dense. The nights seem to last longer than they actually do. Quietness is exceedingly difficult. You are not fabricating information. Spiritual battles have taken place in the background of your life. However, you were unaware of the numerous occasions when I defeated the object aimed at you. You're unaware of how many arrows I intercepted before they hit your heart. That is why, despite your injuries, you were not killed. This is why you were never broken, despite being bent. You have been safely protected by the divine hand. Additionally, he has reached his limit. The storm has ended. The night is nearly over. It's becoming increasingly bright. However, I must caution you, child. You have a limited amount of time. You cannot disregard this message and return to it later. Heaven has opened the gate over your life no matter how long it stays open. Every second passes, the adversary devises a new scheme. Gifts can be rejected for every second that passes. For this reason, I implore you, allow your heart to be completely vulnerable right now. Avoid making things difficult. Do not terminate it. The reason is that you will not have time to prepare once the flood of miracles begins. It will occur quickly, unexpectedly, and in large quantities. It is essential that you are prepared. I need you to be aware of this matter, my beloved. You frighten the enemy. Are you able to understand? They can perceive information that you cannot. They see the blessing that has been bestowed upon you, the power that is hidden within your spirit, and the destiny that is imprinted on your very being. Alternatively, they notice that once you have established your identity, you are impervious to all obstacles. This is why you've received so much criticism. This is why your relationships have been put to the test. Your finances have been precarious. Your health is jeopardized. Your mind has been subjected to torture. It didn't just happen. The enemy chose it because they knew that if you could make it through this season, you would be unbeatable. And here you are, succeeding. Hello, infant. Please approach. Heaven is about to reveal information that nobody else can. A new chapter in your life is now being written. Not today, next year, or ever. The pen is already on the page, and your story is being transformed. You are approaching a point where the things that have previously caused you pain will no longer be able to do so. People who once looked down on you will remain passive as God elevates you. Nobody will be able to close the doors that were slammed in your face again because they will swing open so forcefully. And the good things you thought would never happen will come so quickly that you won't have time to catch your breath. I must provide you with additional information about the topics that were discussed in heaven, my dear child. There are times in your life that you thought were insignificant, but they were actually stepping stones on your path to your destiny. Your tears over the closed door were never about rejection. Shifting, was it? Being deceived by someone you trusted did not imply abandonment. It was a pleasure to cut ties to secure your future. The breakup that ripped your heart apart was unjustified. It was preparing for the individual who is meant to stay by making room in your heart. Even being alone at midnight was not the same as nothingness. God created the noise so that everyone could hear him. Are you unable to perceive? You have been transformed into a vessel ready to receive the wonder that is now upon you as a result of each cut, scar, and tear. It is critical that you understand the basic timing of events. God's concept of time differs from ours. While you waited, you counted the number of days, months, and years. However, heaven kept track of connections, breakthroughs, and lessons. When the eternal clock strikes, everything happens at the same time. Things that had been immobilized for years are now in motion. Suddenly, prayers that appeared to go unanswered were answered. Suddenly, blessings you thought were lost for good appear on your doorstep, but they are even more substantial than before. You are currently experiencing this type of season. However, this is also why I urge you to take this moment seriously. The upcoming events will happen quickly, and only those who are aware will be ready for them. If you withdraw at this time, you risk overlooking the very thing you've been advocating for. I'm required to reveal a secret. The sky screamed, but no one heard it. You are chosen and cherished. When you are chosen, the fights are more intense, the nights are longer, and the pain is more severe. However, the good things outweigh the bad. The victories and breakthroughs are analogous. Do not believe that the magnitude of your struggle means God is not with you. In reality, the war proved that the call was genuine. If you were not a threat, the enemy would not have launched such a strong attack against you. Why are you facing such fierce opposition if you do not possess an entity so powerful that the earth trembles at your mere mention? My beloved, you have diminished yourself, but the adversary has never done so. They could see your light, even though you couldn't. Furthermore, I'd like to let you know that your tears are not insignificant. Remember the times you cried until you fell asleep. Those nights felt like I was in heaven. Each tear was a seed, and the time has come to collect them. You will reap joy after sowing sorrow. You will regain a significant amount of information that you lost during the period of silence. You will dance on the very ground where you shed blood. God's love for you is too great to let your suffering go in vain. He is too kind to ignore your sacrifices. As you read these words, angels are currently working on tasks related to you. The transformation is palpable in your spirit, but invisible to the eyes. Please remain with me while I discuss the upcoming events. A few people will leave your life in the near future. Cry not when they leave. Please refrain from pursuing them. Refrain from imploring them to remain. It is the end of their season, and their continued presence will prevent the impending events. In order to cultivate new fruit, God is pruning you. Additionally, individuals who are dear to one's heart will unexpectedly appear. Individuals who abruptly emerge with keys to doors that are beyond your ability to unlock independently. Your gifts, which others predicted you would never possess, will transform strangers into friends and adversaries into calm. Individuals who have disparaged your religion will be unable to assert that God did not intervene in your life after hearing your narrative. I must now inform you of an even more critical matter. Your name has been discussed in places where you have never visited. People in locations where you have never been have discussed you. Heaven has transformed certain words that were intended to cause harm into something beneficial. What was intended to damage your reputation will now serve as an asset in your pursuit of success. Strength will be derived from all that was intended to cause you harm. Can you not see, my child? Neither the plans of your enemies nor any other object are discarded by God. He employs them to illustrate your destiny. This is the reason you should not be concerned about the comments that others make about you behind your back. Heaven is always the final arbiter and is privy to all affairs. My dear, you are about to embark on a period of abrupt transformation. You will be most radiant in areas where you were most vulnerable. The conflict that sapped your energy will be transformed into a narrative that benefits others. The story that saves someone else will be the pain that nearly killed you. This is the manner in which God operates. He fashions caps from ashes. It is as though he transforms sorrow into dancing. He is capable of composing songs from nothing. Your life is about to improve, and the announcement will be so resounding that those who were previously skeptical will be taken aback. However, I would also like to caution you against returning to the things that God has liberated you from. Avoid picking up the broken chains. Refrain from returning to doors that were previously closed. It is impossible to commence a new season while simultaneously maintaining the previous one. This is the reason your heart is pounding at this moment. You comprehend that my assertion is accurate. You are aware that you must relinquish certain possessions. It is painful, but you must do it because your hands are unable to accept the positive developments that will occur tomorrow if they are still weighed down by the events of yesterday. Be attentive, youngster. I am not present to amuse you. The outcome of this situation is contingent upon your actions. I was able to inform you of the information that was concealed because you are unable to continue to walk around in the dark. You are on the brink of the most significant transformation of your life. Heaven has already initiated the process of releasing it. However, it is imperative that you maintain an open heart. It is critical that your spirit stays alert. This message is not an error. It is a call to action, to rise, to believe, and to pursue your calling with courage. Cuddle up, my love, because heaven wishes to demonstrate something never seen or heard before. Your name has been inscribed on blessed items, which have been kept hidden until now. They didn't reject you. They were safeguarded for your safety. They waited for the right moment to ascend, much like the treasures buried beneath the earth. This is the right time. This is the source of your spiritual restlessness. The reason you can detect an impending change before it happens. This isn't a fabrication. Your soul perceives the sound of doors opening in the spiritual world. Everything that was previously closed, stalled, or entangled in a mess is now unlocked in heaven. You might be perplexed as to why God allowed me to go through such a long period of hardship when there were obvious benefits. Beloved, the truth is that gold is refined in fire, whereas gems form under pressure. Your character required verification. You found it difficult to be patient. Your faith needed to grow stronger. Your tears allowed you to gain knowledge that you would not have obtained otherwise. The pain you have endured is what allows you to love others the way you do. Without the battles you've won, you wouldn't be able to stand in the position God has for you. Every delay was meticulously planned. Every difficult period contained a lesson. You are not only willing to accept benefits, but also to preserve, protect, and maximize their value. Be mindful of your spirit, as the possession you are giving up is of significant value. Be cautious of uncertainty. The enemy uses an antiquated instrument. Be mindful of your emotions, as anger may attempt to impede your gift. Refrain from solidifying. Maintain an open door. Do not give up hope, because the future is far beyond anything you could have imagined or dared to hope for.
My child, stop everything. Listen, this is an emergency. I am stepping into your moment right now with urgency, with fire, with a divine cry from heaven that could not wait another second. I am interrupting your thoughts, your scrolling, your routine, because something sacred is happening in this very breath. Do not look away. Do not let your attention drift. The next few seconds carry more weight than you realize, and heaven itself is watching what you choose to do next. So many will ignore this, but I knew you would open it, because your spirit is sensitive to my voice. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you feel unworthy, even when you think you cannot hear me clearly, your spirit always responds when I call. That is why you paused. That is why you felt that pull inside you. That is why you sensed this message was not ordinary. You were drawn here by my hand, not by chance. I placed this in front of you at the exact moment your heart would be able to receive it. My child, what I am about to tell you will shake your heart, awaken your soul, and protect your future. This is not a gentle nudge. This is a divine alert. I am calling out to you like a parent running toward a child who is approaching danger they cannot see. I am lifting my voice because your next steps matter. Your decisions in this season matter. Your alignment matters. Your attention matters. You have been walking with burdens you should not carry, surrounded by battles you did not start, and facing storms that tried to break you. But I am here now, and I am speaking in a way that cannot be ignored. Heaven rushed this message to you in a heartbeat because the next few seconds matter more than you know. There are things shifting in the unseen realm. There are forces that have been trying to confuse you, distract you, delay you, weaken you, and drain your spirit, and I refuse to let them have access to you any longer. That is why I am speaking so urgently. It is why this moment feels heavier, deeper, more intense than anything you've heard in a long time. You are not imagining it. You are not overreacting. This is heaven breaking through the noise to rescue you. Time has paused around you. Can you feel it? That strange quiet in your heart? That stillness in your chest? That heaviness mixed with peace? That is my presence settling over you. All of heaven is leaning in as my words reach you. Angels are standing still, watching, waiting for what your heart will do next, because this message determines your next direction. This is a crossroads moment, a holy interruption, a divine appointment that has been waiting for the exact second you opened your eyes, clicked, breathed, and found me speaking to you here. My child, I need you to hear me without fear, without doubt, without hesitation. I am not here to condemn you or frighten you. I am here to protect you. I am here to warn you. I am here to guide you. I am here to cover you with a love so deep that it shakes the walls around your heart. I am here to pull you back from paths that would harm you and push you toward the purpose you were born to fulfill. You are precious to me. Your future is precious to me. Your soul is precious to me. And that is why I could not stay silent. I placed this message in front of you, not by accident. I am speaking to you, my child, not someone else, not the person who will scroll away, not the heart that is not ready. I am speaking to the one who has been crying in the dark, questioning everything silently. I am speaking to the one who has been carrying burdens too heavy for their shoulders. I am speaking to the one who has been trying to be strong while feeling so close to breaking. I am speaking to the one who feels forgotten, overlooked, exhausted, or alone. You are the one I came for. Every word you hear now carries protection, warning, direction, and destiny. I am about to reveal things to you that will make sense of your battles. I am about to explain why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain storms hit your life out of nowhere. I am about to expose what the enemy has been trying to do behind your back. I am about to uncover the traps he set for your future. I am about to break chains you didn't even know were wrapped around your spirit. My child, breathe. Let your heart be still. Let my voice fill every hidden place inside you. Feel the weight of my love pressing gently against the parts of you that have been trembling. Feel my presence covering you like a warm, holy shield. This emergency is not a sign of fear. It is a sign of rescue. This urgency is not a threat. It is a promise. This moment is not meant to break you. It is meant to save you. Stay with me now. Do not look away. Your life is about to shift, and everything begins with this moment. Say, I stand boldly in faith if you are claiming every promise he has spoken over your life. My beloved child, listen to me with all the stillness your heart can hold, because what I am about to tell you carries the weight of heaven itself. I am speaking urgently, not to frighten you, but because the spiritual realm around you has shifted, and I cannot allow you to walk forward unaware. There are things moving in the unseen that your natural eyes cannot detect. Pressures building, traps forming, influences rising, threads of danger weaving quietly around your path. And as your father, as the one who loves you beyond any measure, I cannot stand silently and watch you step into harm without warning you. I rush to you now the same way a parent runs toward a child wandering too close to the edge of danger. You are in danger you don't recognize, and I cannot stay silent. You have felt the heaviness lately, haven't you? That strange exhaustion that comes even when you haven't done much. That emptiness in your chest that nothing seems to fill. That confusion that clouds your decisions. That sudden pressure that sits on your mind like a weight you cannot name. These are not random feelings. These are spiritual signals. Your spirit has been picking up on battles forming around you. Battles that you didn't ask for. Battles that you didn't see beginning. Battles that have been forming silently while you tried your best to stay afloat. I have come to open your eyes so that you do not walk blindly into a storm you were never meant to face alone. My child, there are attacks forming against you. Attacks against your clarity, your joy, your relationships, your identity, your purpose, your peace. The enemy has been studying your weaknesses, watching your steps, learning your patterns, waiting for the right moment to strike with confusion, fear, distraction, and discouragement. You have felt it as heaviness, as emotional imbalance, as sudden hopelessness, as unexplained irritation, as waves of sadness that make no sense. But these are not just emotions. These are spiritual attempts to drain your strength before you step into the new season I have prepared for you. There are wrong paths opening before you too. Paths that look harmless. Paths that look comforting. Paths that look promising, but are designed to pull your heart away from me. Not every open door is from heaven. Not every opportunity is safe. Not every person sent into your life carries good intentions. Some paths are crafted by the enemy to delay you, detour you, distract you, and quietly weaken the very destiny I wrote for you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. This is why I am speaking with urgency, because these paths often appear gentle and innocent at first, but they lead into places that drain your spirit, divide your focus, and blind your heart to my voice. And my child, there are wrong voices influencing you. Some of them come wrapped in kindness, wrapped in emotions, wrapped in familiarity, wrapped in the appearance of wisdom, but they are pulling you away from peace. They are planting doubt, feeding fear, stirring confusion, encouraging compromise. They speak loudly when my whisper becomes faint to you. They speak confidently when you feel uncertain. They speak persuasively when your heart is tired. And I cannot allow you to follow voices meant to mislead you, not when I am calling you to something greater, something holy, something life-changing. You have been emotionally exhausted, not because you are weak, but because you have been fighting battles that were not yours to fight. You have been carrying burdens I never asked you to carry. You have been trying to hold yourself together by your own strength, not realizing that the reason you feel so worn out is because the spiritual warfare around you has intensified. When destinies shift, battles rise. When purpose awakens, pressure increases. When heaven prepares to elevate you, the enemy prepares to oppose you. This is why everything has felt heavier, why your thoughts have been scattered, why your emotions have felt fragile. You have been walking through a spiritual storm without understanding its source. That is why I rushed this message to you. My beloved child, if you delay, if you ignore my voice today, you risk missing what I prepared to protect you from. You risk stepping into places not meant for you. You risk forming connections that drain your spirit. You risk walking into traps that were designed to break your heart. You risk losing time, losing peace, losing clarity. I am not speaking this to scare you. I am speaking this to save you. When a parent sees danger approaching, they don't whisper, they cry out. They don't wait, they run. And that is what I am doing now. I am running to you with a warning wrapped in love. Please support our channel. Our mission is to bring happiness and devotion to God into your life. If you wish, you can kindly show your support and encouragement by donating through Super Thanks. You must understand, my child, that timing in the spiritual realm is delicate. Moments matter. Decisions matter. Response matters. What seems small to you can shift entire seasons. What feels like a simple choice can alter your path. What appears harmless can influence your heart. And so, I speak urgently because your destiny is in a sensitive place right now, ready to bloom if protected, ready to break if neglected. Heaven is moving swiftly on your behalf. Angels are already being dispatched. Blessings are forming. Breakthrough is aligning. But you must remain under my covering. You must stay close to my voice. Do not ignore what you feel in your spirit as you read my words. At trembling, at stirring, that awareness rising inside you that is my spirit confirming truth to your heart. I am pulling you back from edges you didn't know you were standing near. I am closing doors that would have led you into darkness. I am exposing traps that were hidden. I am silencing voices that were misleading. I am protecting you from heartbreak, from delay, from pain, from deception. My beloved, hear me. I am not warning you because your story is ending. I am warning you because your story is about to begin. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't valuable. He doesn't attack what isn't rising. He doesn't pressure what isn't stepping into purpose. The intensity around you is proof of your importance, not your failure. It is a sign that heaven has marked you for something greater. This emergency is not about fear. It is about timing. It is about alignment. It is about protection. It is about positioning you so that nothing, not confusion, not distraction, not deception, can steal the season I am preparing for you. And so I speak again with the love and authority of a father who refuses to lose his child. Do not delay. Do not drift. Do not ignore my voice. Stay close. Stay awake. Stay sensitive to my leading. I am here to protect you, to guide you, to fight for you, and to bring you safely into the destiny waiting ahead of you. My beloved child, listen to me with all the softness and openness your wounded heart can give, because I am about to reveal why heaven sent an emergency alert to reach you. I did not come to you today by coincidence. I did not interrupt your moment for something small or ordinary. I rushed this message to you because your spirit has been drifting, and I refuse to let you slip further into a darkness that you were never meant to walk alone. You have been overwhelmed, exhausted, and spiritually numb, not because you are weak, but because the battles surrounding you have been draining the life from your spirit. You have been trying to smile through storms that keep breaking over you. You have been trying to stand strong even as your heart trembles under pressures that few people even see. You have been fighting battles alone, and your strength is slipping. My child, I saw the moments when you felt disconnected from me, not because you didn't love me, but because the heaviness weighing on your soul made it hard to hear my voice. You felt numb inside, unable to cry, unable to pray, unable to feel joy the way you once did. Your heart hath been hurting in places you don't show anyone. You've been carrying a quiet pain that you hide behind laughter, behind busyness, behind silence. Only I see the way your chest tightens at night, the way your thoughts spiral, the way fears whisper to you when the world grows quiet. You've been trying to survive battle after battle without realizing that these battles were never yours to fight alone. In the spiritual realm, storms have been rising around you, and I could not wait another day. I rushed this message to save you. You do not see everything the way I see it. You only feel the aftershocks of the spiritual conflict, but I see the full war. I see the assignments the enemy hath been releasing. I see the traps he has been creating. I see the lies he has been planting in your mind. I see the darkness trying to creep closer to your heart. And I, your Savior, your Father, your Defender, could not remain silent while you were slipping into danger that your eyes could not detect. There have been demonic distractions surrounding you, subtle, quiet, disguised as harmless things. They show up as lost focus, misplaced priorities, sudden fatigue, emotional numbness, mental clutter that keeps your thoughts swirling with no clarity. These distractions were sent to pull you away from me, to drain your spiritual strength, to weaken your discernment, to keep you from hearing my guidance. When distractions increase, it is a sign that the enemy fears your next step. He fears what I am preparing to do in your life. So he fights your attention. He fights your mind. He fights your peace. And he has been fighting you harder than usual because he senses your breakthrough approaching. There have also been emotional breakdowns forming around you, not because you are fragile, but because the enemy has been applying pressure to the wounds you have not healed yet. He presses where you are vulnerable. He whispers lies in the places where you feel insecure. He pushes you into emotional corners, hoping that you will break rather than rise. He knows that if he can destabilize your emotions, he can distract your purpose. At sudden heaviness you fell. At random sadness. At unexpected fear. Those moments where you felt like you were losing control. They were not natural. They were spiritual attacks aiming to weaken your resilience. And my child, the enemy has been attacking your identity as well. He has been trying to convince you that you are not enough, that you are unloved, that you are unseen, that your life does not matter. He has been whispering lies wrapped in the sound of your own thoughts, hoping you would accept them as truth. Thoughts like maybe I'm not meant for more. Maybe I'm not chosen. Maybe God forgot about me. Maybe I'll always struggle. Maybe nothing will change. These thoughts were not born from your spirit. They were arrows sent at your mind to make you doubt who you are in me. If he can make you forget your identity, he can make you forfeit your destiny. That is why I came urgently to restore what the enemy has been trying to steal from your mind. Spiritual warfare around you has been rising. You may not see it, but you have felt it. You felt the spiritual pressure increase without understanding why. You felt waves of discouragement come out of nowhere. You felt tension in relationships you care about. You felt old wounds resurfacing, old temptations reappearing, old insecurities waking up again. These are signs that the spiritual warfare surrounding your destiny has intensified. When you approach a spiritual rise, the enemy always tries to push you down first, but I will not allow him to succeed. My beloved child, I could not wait another day.
I rushed this message to save you. I saw how thin your strength had become. I saw how close your spirit was to collapsing under the weight of invisible pressure.
I saw the confusion clouding your vision, the exhaustion stealing your motivation, the numbness dimming your passion. And I refused to let you walk into another day without intervention. I refused to let you continue carrying burdens that are crushing your heart. I refused to let the enemy gain ground while you didn't even realize you were under attack. You have been drifting because you have been overwhelmed. You have been overwhelmed because you have been under attack. You have been under attack because you are chosen, because you are called, because your destiny threatens darkness, because your life carries purpose that health fears. You are not being fought because you are weak. You are being fought because you are powerful. You are being fought because heaven has placed an assignment on your life that the enemy cannot stop unless he weakens your spirit first. That is why I came. That is why I am speaking now. That is why my voice feels heavy with love and urgency. Common Jesus is more than enough for me if he fills every empty space in your soul. My child that hear me clearly, I am your shield. I am your defender. I am your refuge. And today, I break the power of every unseen attack. I expose every lie. I crush every trap. I silence every voice that did not come from me. I lift the heaviness from your chest. I breathe strength into your spirit. I pour clarity into your mind. I surround you with my presence, my love, my protection. I did not arrive too late. I arrived right on time. You are safe now. Stay with me. Listen to every word that follows, for your healing, your direction, and your protection are in them. I am here to rescue you, restore you, and lead you into the next chapter of your life. A chapter the enemy hoped you would never reach. But you will reach it because I have come for you. My beloved child, open your heart and listen closely, because I am about to expose the battle that has been waged against you in the secret places of your mind and soul. You have felt the symptoms of it, but you have not understood the source. You have blamed yourself, your circumstances, your emotions. But what has been creeping towards you is not natural, it is spiritual. And I cannot let you continue walking blindly into danger, not when I see the enemy pressing in with strategies designed to suffocate your hope and steal what I have placed inside of you. So I am pulling back the veil. I am showing you what has been hidden. I am revealing what has been assigned against you because I love you too deeply to let you fall without warning. The enemy has been planning to suffocate your hope. He has been watching for moments when your strength is low, when your spirit is tired, when your heart is tender, waiting to strike with discouragement so heavy that you feel like giving up. You felt it, those sudden waves of sadness that make no sense, the urge to withdraw from the world, the moments where you question if things will ever change. These have not been normal emotions. They have been spiritual attacks meant to choke your hope before it grows into faith, because the enemy knows that if he can kill your hope, he can cripple your destiny. He wants to steal your purpose, your peace, your clarity. He knows what your purpose will become if you rise, if you heal, if you align yourself with me completely. He knows what your voice will carry when you walk in truth. He knows what your life will impact when you step into your calling. So he fights you before you can rise. He fights your mind so that you cannot think clearly. He fights your peace so that you cannot rest in me. He fights your clarity so that you make decisions out of fear instead of faith. He fights your emotions so that you feel too unstable to move forward. This attack has not been random, it has been strategic. The enemy is trying to distract you at the exact moment I am calling you higher. That is why everything around you suddenly feels louder, heavier, overwhelming. The moment I began to elevate your spirit, the enemy began to elevate his noise. He does this because he fears what is awakening inside of you. He sees the light returning to your soul. He sees the strength rebuilding in your heart. He sees the calling stirring. And when the enemy sees destiny rising, he releases distractions meant to pull you away from my voice. This is why you have felt emotional numbness, moments where you cannot feel joy, hope, peace, or even tears. The enemy has been trying to desensitize your spirit, to make you feel disconnected from me, to make you believe that I am distant when I am actually closer than ever.
He wants your heart to feel flat, so that you stop seeking me. But I tell you now, this numbness is lifting.
My presence is touching the places that have gone cold. This is why you have felt sudden discouragement, moments where your heart sinks without explanation, where negative thoughts rise out of nowhere, where memories of past failures replay like attacks, where you feel like everything you do is not enough. These moments are not weakness, they are warfare. Discouragement is one of the enemy's sharpest tools because it strikes without warning and sinks deep. But I am exposing it now, so it loses its power. This is why you have felt strange heaviness, pressure on your chest, weight on your shoulders, fog in your mind, fatigue that steals your energy even when you've rested. This heaviness is not from me. It is not your true state. It is spiritual resistance. It is the enemy trying to anchor your spirit so you cannot rise into the season I am pulling you toward. But my child, this heaviness is breaking even as you read my words. My light is pushing it away. This is why you have been feeling overwhelmed, too many thoughts, too many emotions, too many responsibilities, too many unknowns all pressing at the same time. The enemy knows that overwhelming you can make you freeze, hesitate, overthink, or retreat. But I did not create you to live overwhelmed. I created you to live led, protected, guided, and strengthened by me. My child, this is why I came urgently. If you keep walking unaware, you will fall into traps never meant for you. You will believe lies that were never true. You will follow paths that were never meant for your feet. You will settle for things beneath your calling. You will accept burdens I never placed on your shoulders. You will drift further into numbness instead of awakening into purpose. I could not allow that. I could not watch you walk into the enemy's plans without stepping in. These attacks were designed to slowly break your spirit. But I have come to break the attacks instead. I am revealing the schemes of darkness so that darkness loses its hold. I am shining my light into every place the enemy tried to hide. I am awakening your discernment so you will see danger before it reaches you. I am strengthening your spirit so you will stand tall in battles that once made you fall. You have been under pressure not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. Oh, you are being fought because of what I have placed inside you, because of the impact your future carries, because of the lives your obedience will touch, because of the purpose your destiny will unlock. The enemy does not attack what is empty, he attacks what is valuable. And you, my child, are valuable to heaven. There is a calling on your life that hell fears. There is a future over your life that hell cannot stop unless you surrender to fear. There is a purpose inside you that hell trembles at. And that is why you have felt this intensity. But now that you see the battle clearly, the battle begins to break. Awareness is victory's first doorway. I am with you in this moment, closer than anyone has ever been. I am lifting the numbness, destroying the discouragement, breaking the heaviness, calming the overwhelm. You do not fight this alone. You never have. And now that the attack is exposed, its power is ending. Stay with me, my beloved. The breakthrough is already unfolding. I, beloved child, come closer to my voice and let your heart rest in what I am about to say, because this part of my message is not a warning. This is my heart poured out for you. I am your father, and I feel your pain before you speak it. I know the thoughts that trouble you before they ever reach your lips.
I hear the cries you silence. I see the emotions you push down. I understand the ache within you that you cannot explain to anyone else.
Before a single tear falls from your eyes, I have already felt it burn within my own heart. Nothing you feel is hidden from me, and nothing you carry is carried alone. My child, I sounded this emergency alert because I cannot let you slip away. I cannot sit and watch your soul grow weaker while you try to pretend everything is fine. I cannot watch you fight storms that have grown too heavy for your spirit. I cannot watch the enemy circle around you looking for vulnerable places he can strike. I cannot watch your identity weaken under the weight of lies. I cannot watch your spirit grow distant and numb. I cannot watch the light inside you flicker from exhaustion. I rushed this message because losing you is not an option. I will fight every force of darkness before I ever let you fall beyond my reach. You think you are strong, but I see the cracks in your spirit. You work so hard to hold yourself together, to look stable, to keep walking even when your knees shake. You tell yourself you're fine because you don't want to burden anyone. You tell yourself to stay strong because you're afraid to fall apart. But I see what no one else sees. I see the places where your heart is breaking. I see the thoughts that keep you awake. I see the fear you tried to hide. I see how overwhelmed you've been. I see how you try to push through while caring too much. You have been so brave for so long, but bravery is not the same as healing. And I did not create you to survive. I created you to live. My child, you pretend you are fine, but I see the tears you hide. I know the moments when you look strong on the outside but crumble on the inside. I know the times when you smiled but wanted to break down. I know the nights when your mind was loud with thoughts you never voiced. I know the pressure you've been carrying in silence. I know the disappointments you tried to bury. I know the moments you whispered, "God, I can't do this anymore," even though no one else heard. But I heard. I always hear. And I am closer to you in those moments than you realize. I am not distant when you cry. I am not far when you struggle. I am not blind to what you hide behind your strength. I am your father, and a parent cannot stay still when their child is hurting. A parent runs when their child is in danger, when they cry out, when they stumble, when they lose direction. A parent runs with urgency, without hesitation, without fear, without shame, driven by love deeper than words. This is me running to you. This is me reaching out before you fall further. This is me stepping in with divine urgency because I refuse to let darkness swallow the light within you. You have been carrying so much on your own shoulders, trying to fix everything by yourself, trying to find clarity in confusion, trying to hold on to hope when it feels like it's slipping through your fingers. But you were never meant to carry these things alone. A child is not meant to hold the weight of the world. A child is meant to be held. And you, my beloved, are still my child. No matter your age, no matter your mistakes, no matter your doubts, no matter your past, you are mine. And because you are mine, I will always come running when your heart is in danger. You don't need to hide your brokenness from me. You don't need to pretend you're okay. You don't need to act strong for my sake. I do not love you because you are strong. I love you because you are mine. I do not draw near to you because you have it all figured out. I draw near because your heart longs for me even when your emotions fail you. I am not ashamed of your struggle. I am not disappointed by your weakness. I am not angry at your tears. I am not surprised by your fear. I am the one who formed your heart, so I understand every part of it more deeply than you ever could. Let me speak this truth into the deepest part of you. You are not too broken for me. You are not too complicated for me. You are not too damaged for me. You are not too vergun for me. You are not too weak for me. You are not too late for me. Your pain does not push me away, it pulls me closer. I've watched every silent breakdown, every moment you felt like giving up, every morning you forced yourself out of bed even though your spirit felt empty. I saw every time you tried to pray but couldn't find the words. I saw every time you felt numb and wondered if something was wrong with you. I saw every moment you felt unseen by others. And when you thought no one noticed, I noticed.
I saw. I understood. And I acted.
I moved heaven for you. I sent angels around you. I whispered strength into your spirit. And now I am speaking directly to you in this moment, because I refuse to let you carry one more day of this weight alone. You must understand this, my child. When you hurt, I hurt. When you cry, my heart feels it. When you question your worth, I step closer to speak truth over you. When you feel lost, I illuminate your path. When you feel unloved, I wrap you in my presence. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not walking through this life without a father. I am your father. And my love for you is stronger than anything that has tried to break you. My love is not fragile. My love does not change when you struggle. My love does not fade when you fall. My love does not weaken when you doubt. I am constant. I am faithful. I am here. Type you are my true guide, Lord, if His hand directs every step you take. Share this message of light. It may guide someone today.